Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's lesson is all about quick sketching and we are going to draw a cute water bottle that belongs to our dog Augustine. The idea is simple. You can sketch everyday objects around you, find interesting shapes and draw what inspires you. I'll set a timer to see how long it takes me to finish this sketch. Try not to spend more than 20 minutes on quick sketches. Start with just 5 minutes, see how much can you do, and then add another 5-10 minutes to wrap it up. Alright, timer's on, let's get started. The first thing I do is draw the base area where the objects will sit. With this technique, perfect proportions aren't important. What matters most is quickly capturing the main details and overall shape. You can see the perspective distortion in the bottle. It looks a bit stretched because I photographed it close up, so the top part appears larger. I might emphasize that even more to make the composition more interesting. Next comes the main element, the cute husky holding a cup. I try to draw what I see, keeping the shades in mind. If it's easier for you, you can start from basic geometric forms. If you find something difficult to draw, don't overcomplicate it. Simplify the forms and just enjoy the process. Choose objects that make you happy to sketch. By the way, the indentation in the bottle's body is quite important, and yes, this bottle is actually functional. Now I'm adding the ears. Little details like the shape of the ears, head and legs can completely change how the animal looks. For example, if you draw the ears differently, it might look like a cat instead of a dog. So pay attention to that when sketching. I add the eyes, eyebrows and nose. I'm a bit short on space, so if you're sketching on paper, plan your layout ahead of time. Luckily on the iPad I can move elements around, so I'll lower the bottle's opening. As I mentioned, proportions aren't the focus here, details are. Now I draw the front paws and the cup. Remember to think about the perspective, it really matters. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below the video, I'll be happy to help you. And if you'd like, you can share your finished sketches in my Telegram channel, the link is below the video. I like that this bottle has some protruding parts, it gives me a chance to emphasize them nicely. I'll fix the parts where the shape sticks out or goes in. As I'm finishing up, I remember that quick sketches don't need lots of detail. You can even leave one side less developed. In the final stage, I darken the lines where the form changes or where two elements touch, for example the head and the bottle, or the ears and the head. There is a little indentation at the top of the bottle, I'll mark that, then I add a cutout for the cup and move on to the sketching the faucet. I'll shade the eyes and nose slightly, so the drawing doesn't feel overloaded. I also strengthen the connections between the paws and the body to make the outline more dynamic. The faucet itself is a bit complex, but we can simplify it. Start with a cylinder, then add small elements on top and bottom. I leave the background less detailed, not fully finishing it to keep the focus on the main subject. Finally, I add a bit of hatching inside to show depth in background. The cup on the other hand is the foreground, so I'll make it stand out more. While sketching, I added hatching along the cup's form. Since the cup narrow at the bottom, the hatching should follow the direction too. Now I'll add a few water droplets. It's always fun to include little nuances and detail. Avoid making everything symmetrical, add some randomness and variety instead. I I also add hatching in the ears and define the paws a bit more. Next, I'll place some hatching on the bottle following its curvature. Add highlights on the bottle but not on the dog, since the dog's surface is matte. And the last detail is the dog's coloring, that was defined its breed, in our case a corgi. So here's the final result, a lovely quick sketch, and it only took me 9 minutes and 20 seconds. A bit longer than planned, but I got carried away with the details and the commentary. If you've been drawing for a while, try sketching the same object from different angles. You'll notice each time it becomes easier and faster. In my Telegram you can find more references of this battle. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!